the bravery and participation of veterans, and that's why we went with that choice.
Crowfoot.
Canadians depend on affordable proteins like chicken, yet over the last 8 years, families are forced to cut back on these essentials. Canadian farms lead the world in environmental best practices, but the Liberals choose only to punish them with higher costs, red tape, and a quadrupling of the carbon tax. A chicken farmer near Redwater, Alberta, is already paying nearly $2,000 a month in the carbon tax. Come the middle of winter, that cost will double. Costs that are passed on to Canadians who are already struggling to put food on the table. Will these Liberals finally take the tax off families, farmers, and First Nations finally?
The Honourable Minister of Agriculture.
Speaker, speaking with farmers across the country, one of the biggest concerns they have is why the opposition party does not have a policy or a plan to deal with the environment. Chicken farmers understand very well, like every other farmer, you need to have a plan. We have to deal with the environment. And because we do have a plan for environment, we're able to assist chicken farmers. We're able to make sure the supply management system remains in shape. You can tell my honourable colleague, Mr. Speaker, can tell his chicken farmer that we will make sure that supply management remains strong.
The Honourable Member for Battle River Crowfoot.
Mr. Speaker, it is unbelievable how out of touch that Ag Minister is. Jake from Vermeer's Dairy near Camrose saw a bill of $1,700 in carbon tax charges alone last month, and it's going to be more as winter settles in on the Canadian prairies. Mr. Speaker, it is clear that these Liberals do not have an environmental plan, but rather a tax plan that punishes those who are best equipped to lower the price of food in this country. Mr. Speaker, my question is simple. Will those Liberals tell their Liberal-appointed senators to pass common-sense Conservative Bill C-234 to axe the tax so farmers can feed our people?
The Honourable Minister of Agriculture.
I appreciate my honourable question, and my office has been in regular contact with the farmers you spoke about. The operation has benefited from several of our government programs, including the BRM program and funding through the Climate Action Incentive Fund. We will continue to support large operations in the country, and we will continue to work with small agricultural operations in this country to make sure both operations succeed and expand.
The Honourable Member for Portneuf-Jacques-Cartier. Mr. Speaker, can this government listen to common sense? They've been in power for 8 years. Can't they get out of their bubble and pay attention to the real world? It's expensive to vote for the Bloc. Here's another example. With Bloc complicity, the Liberals are blocking Bill C-234, which would give a break to our farmers and, by the same token, Canadian families. Will the Prime Minister put an end to his plan to radically increase the carbon tax on the backs of our farmers and Canadian families, Mr. Speaker?